Hey, you beautiful people, how you doing there? Here this side, Yash and Ali. And in this training, we will be covering how you can create viral ads, images, banners, using Artistly. And then we'll also be covering strategies to monetize your designs, how you can find clients, what kind of pricing you should, think about, what kind of content, what kind of content you can create, what kind of services you can sell, and like a lot of things. So I'm pretty excited, guys, and I'm seeing you after a lot of time. So let me know if you can hear me okay, if my voice is coming good. Ali, just checking in with you. Is everything good? All good? And
Yeah,
so that we can
everything's fine. Everybody already knows you, so I guess let's do some shout outs as long as everyone can hear. I know
perfect. Awesome,
Reed
awesome, guys.
Reed is
Awesome.
always in the house. We've got Reed in the house. We've got AJ,
Hey,
Samir,
yeah, John,
Janako.
Russ, and Aziz, Michael, everyone joining in. All right, so what we're gonna cover is I'll be giving you a step-by-step approach on how you can take AI and create designs that you can sell to clients and individual designs that you can sell on the marketplaces, right? Basically, monetizing your designs, your art, your graphics, your images, and all that kind of good stuff, right? I'll be handing you the cheat sheet, and I'll be also talking about some cool stuff that we have integrated inside Artistly and taking your feedback and what we have for you. All right, perfect. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna share my screen with you. So awesome. Let me know if you can see my screen. I'll have to add my screen on that thing. Perfect. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Awesome.
It is up.
Perfect.
There we
Awesome.
go.
Thank you. So, guys, I am inside the advanced dashboard of Artistry, right? As you all know. Now, from here, what I have did for you guys is I've created a custom GPT for you that all you of you can use by just going to the link that we'll be dropping down in the comment section in the description box, right? I've created a I have actually created a perfect AI ad concept generator for you. So the idea is very simple here, guys, right? Right now, let me just make a project here for you, right? And let me explain you, right? Right now, it's pretty simple, right? Every business needs content, right? Now, the thing here that we need to understand is whether you're talking about advertising, Facebook ads, whether you're talking about any, like, any kind of marketing you say for social media content or ads or whatever it is, they need some sort of content, right? And that's where it perfectly positions you right now, because now, as a one man only show, as a one man team only, you can do all the stuff for them that used to take a team's effort. Now you can do using Artistly. Okay, so now think about this, right? Take it from a perspective of a dentist or a chiropractor or a plastic surgeon or any business out there, right? They need content. They need content for social media. They need content for advertising, right? The problem that always comes is either you have to create the content from scratch, you have to rely on some templates and all that, right? And then even with that, the designs that you have to design from scratch, the thinking that you have to do from scratch, and a lot of time goes into that, right? But what if I tell you can sit one day and you can finish one client's work off for a year, right? You can literally finish their work. You can literally finish and create their entire year of content by just one day sitting. And that's what I'm going to give you today, right? And that's how exactly what you can do using using ChatGPT and Artistly, right? So I've created this custom GPT for you, which all of you will get the access to. I'm gonna drop a link. We're gonna have a link in the description box in the comment section below. Once we, once by this time you're seeing the replay, you will see that and we'll flash that on the screen. Anyways, so what I did for you guys, you don't even need to think about anything, right? All you have to do, you just tell it, hey, I want you to create me 10 ad ideas for your industry. Simple, nothing complicated, like this, right? All I did, hey, can you please create me a 10 ad ideas for health and wellness, right? That's my industry, for example. You can be specific. Now it started giving me some response, but in a list format, right? I wanted it in a paragraph format, so I just stopped it there and I just said, hey, can you please write it in paragraph format? And it gave me all those 10 content pieces. Now here's the thing, right? We're gonna talk about client approach, how you can find the clients and all that. Right now, guys, everything is commoditized. Okay, whether it is running ads for them, like every guy is there, anyone in the on this planet right now is offering, like everyone is offering, like, okay, I'm gonna run ads for them, okay, I'm gonna run ads for you, okay, I'm gonna do this for you, I'm gonna do that for you, right? It all boils down to the content, right? You need content, you need image ad, you need statics for content, right? Whether it is social media management, you need content, right? Right now the best approach for you to take as an agency owner, as an individual freelancer, or as an individual business owner to take is, you can literally see the business. For example, let's say I'm going to take for an example chiropractic example of here, or a yoga class example, right? All you have to do, guys, all you have to do is get this format out there, go to Artistly Advanced. That's why we have this beautiful canvas for you. Come to this, you can select from wide range of templates that we have for you, right? Or what you can do, you can have this beautifully crafted prompts for you that let me just show you, right? That basically talks about the service that you're offering, right? So let's say I'm going to do this, right? And I'm going to hit generate. So what you have to do, you have to come to the AI section and put in the prompt, right? Now what this will do, you can obviously change the prompt, you can change the text, but I just want to show you how accurately it will generate the AI designs, the AI images with accurate text, so that you can use it on social media, use it, promote the app, use it for Facebook ads, social media ads, whatever it is, right? Check this out. So we're gonna wait for a few seconds and it will be done, right? Now here you see we have a full list of all the crafted prompts. So basically each day of content is written here. Now it's up to you how you want to change it, whatever. Maybe one day of content you want it, like for example, like look at this, right? Find your inner peace retreat. Now you wanted to have their logo on it, you wanted to have some changes, you wanted to change the design. It's up to you, you can change it. But there you go, literally in 1 minute you went from no idea about what to post, what to create, from like to actually creating a post for them that they can actually share on social media, or you can actually manage for them, right? Let me show you another example, right? And let's say, so I'm gonna do this, right? A man sitting, let's say I'm gonna do anything, right? So close up a elegant book shot. Let's see, I'm gonna go here, Artistly, come here, and then paste it. Now here, once the image is being generated, you can always change the text, the style, the overall feel to it. But the overall idea here is coming to this custom GPT for you and say, hey, please give me 10 ideas for, let's say whatever niche we call it, right? For example, for niche, for plumbing industry. Simple, right? Very simple. Anyone can follow it. You can do it. I can do it. All we have to do, and we'll think on its own, and we'll give you the perfect, right? Perfect prompts that you can generate images from, right? Look at that, right? That's how easy it is. Let's just look at the plumbing example, right? Plumber in a clean uniform, confidently holding. Okay, that's good, right? Now I'm gonna come here, copy and paste it, generate image. Now that the beauty here is, guys, right? Now you can go with two approaches, right? Number one approach is very simple. You can take this content and present this as a foot in the door for like first 10 days or first 5 days, that you're going to just manage it and show it what you can do for them, right? Number one. Number two is you can provide two in one basically services, right? Number one, you can take this and manage their Instagram, manage their Facebook, their LinkedIn, and their Twitter, and do this content management service for them. Number one. Number two, you can take this exact piece of content, put some money behind it, and then can actually start generating leads for them, right? And can actually start generating sales for them by pushing it with some ad money, right? Look at that, I'm going to show you, right? Perfect, right? That's how easy it is. Now you can do a lot of stuff. So for example, I'm going to take this example, right? So let me show you another example, right? A smiling, let's take this, right? Now you can add your text over it. So I'm going to take this example and I'm generate. So you don't have to think about the prompting, you don't have to think about the content type, you don't have to think about the concepts. It is literally from no idea whatsoever to a completely a year worth of content you have for them, that you can then edit it once, have their own watermark, their own logo. You can add all the kind of stuff that you want, right? And that is the power that you get with Artistly, right? Before, like, look at that, hot water anytime, upgrade, right? It's pretty simple, right? Now what you can do is, you can obviously, for example, I'm gonna do some play here. I'm gonna have some my shape here, and I'm gonna try to, let's say, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do this, just playing with that, right? Just to create this as a ad, basically, right? I'm gonna add a heading. I'm gonna change it to white. Let's say I want complete white color, and I'm gonna say free. Get your free quote now, right? For example, right? And then what I can do is I can obviously rearrange it, like to my place here, as you can see. And also, by the way, another thing that we have actually started implementing is, we have another really amazing feature for you that you all have requested, is locking the layer. Now you have the ability to lock the layers, right? You can come here and you have all these layers, right? Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5. You can lock any specific layer, and it's not going to allow you to change it. It's not going to allow you to do that. So you can, freely, okay, I misspelled it, actually, sorry. It should be get your free quote now, right? And now you can take this piece of content, maybe edit it some text over here, and you can go and run ad with this. And that's the beauty here, guys, right? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. I'm gonna come to you guys. So for example, and that is the, so let's see your question, right? So yeah, so that's the beauty, right? So think about this for a second, right? You go to any client, whatsoever, whatever the industry is, right? Be it chiropractor, be it plumbing, dentist, and all that, and you have the ability to create the year worth of content in just 1 day of sitting, and you're done. You can either provide a management services, right? You can manage their services, or like manage their services and then manage their social media, their Instagram, their Facebook, their Twitter. And the base charges right now for anyone, they're paying anywhere between $500 to $1,000 a month for just basic social media management, nothing else. They just want their content. They also want to go head to head with their competition, right? For that, they need online presence. For that, they need content, number one. Number two is, now once they are inside your ecosystem, when they are your client, then you can upsell them the service. Oh, by the way, it's way easier for them to get to 10 times the results by just running with a small budget of, let's say, $300 a day, oh sorry, $300 a month, $10 a day, right? Lead ads. What it would do, it would just literally take the content that you have created for them, and it would basically show a lead form, so that whenever in their area, in their specific zip code, anybody who appears to be interested in that, they will fill it, they will get the lead, they will close the client. And for these local businesses, right, specifically for solar, for roofing, for plumbing, for the dentist, right, their average value of a client varies from $200 to even $3,000-$4,000, right? And that's the beauty here. So I'm gonna come to the questions. So perfect. So missed you. Yes, I missed you too, Rajat. I missed you, everyone. I missed you. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. Awesome. So layer lock, great idea. Let me know, guys, if you love this idea of because I know you guys wanted a freedom to be able to customize the things, to be able to play with the canvas, but without getting your this text or that text disturbed. So that's the thing, we have it. Thank you so much. Love the layers and the lock feature. Perfect. Awesome. Let me know. Yeah, that's a beauty here, right? So if you think about this for a second, right, it does not stop you. It does not stop you to just find a client or do the work for someone in your area. You can, it's your choice. But the beauty here is, right, the beauty here is Ali is going to go in detail into how you can find these clients, reach out to them, and all the like criteria, the specification that you need to look for. But the idea here is you can literally take client, which is, we know that, right? And this is called AI agency, guys, ultimately, right? There's AI, there's not going to be a magical robot that's going to do the work for you, or on your behalf, but there's going to be AI that's going to basically increase your productivity, like, you know by 5 times, by 10 times, because literally for you to come up with the concept, create the content, right, it would take easily take you days, right? But now in 1 day of work, you can literally set the entire year of content just like that. And for the work you do once, you can get paid on a monthly basis, or there are different pricing strategies, right? Yeah, so Ben, hi Ben, solar, we're going to do some solar examples as well. But any post needs also text, not only image. Correct. That is the idea, the concept, the image that we have generated. I'm going to show you once again. These posts are being generated with beautiful text already on them, with perfect layout. That is the beauty. I'm going to show you some more examples, guys. Let me know if that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, if you want, by the way, I'll be posting the custom GPT link down there in the description box below. But yeah, let me know. So do you recommend specific niche words? Yeah. So for example, right, there's this client I was working for, and if you wanted specifically for electrician, specifically for a bakery client, right? Someone has a pizza store or stuff like that. So you need to be very specific. Like, I want to create an ad, and it will perfectly create prompts for those ads for you in that niche. So that's the power, right? Perfect, 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 awesome. All right. Yes, audition has dramatically improved image pro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Hey, Christina, what's up? So I'm going to show you one more example. Cool? Awesome. Perfect. I'm going to share my screen again. And let's do one example that you guys let's see. Okay, you guys give me an idea, like which niche you want me to go into, and you want me to show you the perfect process. Everything is great about awesome, perfect. Let's see. I see. Okay, that's a good example. All right, pet grooming. And okay, so let's try that, right? Cool. Awesome. So lawyer. Oh, lawyer is a nice niche. I love that. Let's see. It's a lot of money to be made there. So perfect. Awesome. Home improvement and all that. I'm gonna add my screen, and all the images you see here, right? These are all the images I created using that. Look at that. Look at how beautiful the images with the perfect text and all that you can see on my canvas. Perfect. Also, another thing, there's another cool thing that we have at, right? So you can just from the canvas itself, you can create a new project. It will ask you to save the changes. So let's say, for example, if when you're working on multiple content, multiple projects, multiple clients, or even multiple content, right? You can easily come here, click on new project, and then basically what it's going to do, it's going to save your current progress, save your current image as it is, and then it will open up a new project for you to work completely blank, right? So that it's working. Or always you can come to there, start creating. Let's say you want to know square, come to the our custom GPT. I'm going to start from scratch, guys. Okay, so create. I'm going to do this, create 10 ads or 10 posts for law law niche, or lawyer, for example, law firm. Simple, easy, right? Anyone can do it. Say yes. Say yes to me, right? Perfect. Now what's gonna do? It's gonna start. Sometimes it's gonna start mm, doing like this. Instead of this, you just tell it, remind it, please give me in paragraph format, because that's what generally works the best with AI, guys. Because when you're giving it, in the perfect paragraph, it just reads it properly, right? So there you go. Awesome. Confident. There you go. I love this. It has all the text on it. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna go to Artily. Going to go to AI section. Coming to 1:1. Do that. Oh, by the way, I can generate in any dimension if you want. A lot of people, while this is being generated, guys, a lot of people are asking, Yash, how do we actually download the image, right? So I want to show you that. You see here the export option here. You can download it in PNG and JPG, JPEG format. so you have to come on export and you have to click on it. So what it's going to do with your all your layers and whatever you have added, it's going to download it with all that. Another thing a lot of people are asking is, I wanted to, sometimes you all want that, look at that, your case, our mission. Beautiful, right? Beautiful, right? Now we're gonna have some really insane abilities in the future. I don't want to leak a lot of things, but you'll be able to do a lot of customization in the near future that we're working on. That's gonna blow your mind. But for now, I'm gonna just keep it here. Now, here's the thing, right? Now you can add here. You can add a logo, nice logo over there, right? You can for example, let's say I don't want this word justice here, so you can always remove it from here, from the object remover. Click on this, just, mark it a little bit, and you can always remove it. You don't need to worry about it in case the text does not come out good, in case you don't want to keep the text there. So that's the thing, right? It will perfectly come out with image, and it will perfectly do your text. Now here's the thing, I'm going to show you some beautiful stuff, right? You can take this image and you can convert into multiple dimension. Boom, there you go. The word has been removed. Beautiful, right? Now you can paste the logo here, right? Now what you can do, the best approach, guys, the thing that works best for me, you get this, right? Now I was like, I like this image, but I want an ability to change the text over there, but I like to keep the image, right? That's where the text editor comes into the place, right? What it's gonna do, it's gonna basically take the text for you, right, and give it to you, right? So you can edit it. So for now, I like the image. I like how it came out. I like how the approaches it with perfect fingers and text and all that. But I want an ability to change the text only there. Text editor does that feature, right? Just gotta wait for a few seconds, and what it will do, it will separate out the text for you with this image. Boom, there you go. Now what you have the ability, now you have the superpower, guys. Now you can do anything you want with these texts. You got perfectly, think of it like this, right? You have unlimited source of templates now. Think about this, right? Because now you don't have to rely on limited templates or all that. You can create your own workflow and templates, right? Now I don't want to say your case, and I don't want in this format. I want in Arial black. I want to bold it. Oh, it's already bold. I want to, for example, I want to say, what's it, right? I just want to say, get your, right? I want to say, free evaluation, right? I'm just saying, for example, right? This thing, we keep adding on font. So if you have any specific font requests, guys, please do let us know. Okay, we're gonna take that. Okay, we have Poppins over here. I like Poppins, and we have Monstrat here as well. Where was that? Anyways, we're just gonna keep this, and we're gonna bold it. All right, perfect. And then now you can always rearrange it. Make sure that the fonts match. I'm just gonna go with the flow right now. So free evaluation. I'm just gonna keep that. That's the power that Artily gives you that no one else gives you in the marketplace. Because now you have full control, full freedom. Right now, this exact piece of content would take you easily 4 to 5 hours to just think about and get to the perfect. What do we do? What kind of image should I create? What kind of background it should be? What should I say? What kind of object it should be? And in the last 5 minutes, we get a perfect ad that you can post and can start generating leads and sales for them, and that's worth thousands of dollars for a client, for any local business. I'm going to give you one more example. By the way, are you blown away by that? Are you blown away how much the speed of doing, right? The speed that it gives you, right? That, and now the speed unlocks your capability of scale. Now here's what I mean by that, right? Now previously, because it used to take hours, so you can only take on limited amount of people at this edge of time, right? But now it gives you all that speed. You have the ability and you have the freedom to not just get one client from one area, you can literally create a set and forget system and implement for multiple clients, right? That is the secret. We will be dropping the link of the prompt generator. We will be giving you the link, the custom GPT. Don't you worry about that. We'll be dropping that in the description box. But let me know, are you blown away by that, right? So perfect. That is good. Number one, how do we stop the image to be a community by default? So whatever images that you will create, I'm answering this question of flute of Krishna. In editor, it does not go into community, but if you generate it from the fast AI image generator, you can decide whether you want it public or private. So you have the full freedom of for your images, right? This is great. Perfect. Layer locking in text editor is great. Perfect. So I want to show you one more example, and then I'm going to give the mic to Ali, because I know Ali has a lot of golden nuggets for you today. So let me show you one more concept and one more idea. All right, cool, perfect. So all right, I hope you can see my screen. I'm gonna go there. All right. Oh, by the way, let's see. Right. So now you can come here. You can click on, this is basically the image name, right? Free evaluation, free evaluation ad, and just save it. So what's going to do, guys, right, when you export it, it's going to export it with that name, so you don't have to worry about keep finding like what's the name it was, right? And now you can come here, you can start a new project, save changes. It will always ask you for save changes, right? And then once the changes are being saved, it's going to ask you for creating a new project, just like this, right? Again, I'm going to just keep the project name. You're going to create, by the way, I'm going to just show you the beauty, right? Again, you can come to the main dashboard and you're going to find your free evaluation ad. Just click on it again and you will get to your same workflow. So even if you leave it from wherever it is, your changes or your basically editing or whatever it is not gonna go anywhere. So you're not gonna waste your efforts won't be wasted, right? Perfect. Just 3 minutes remaining for for the shift. So anyways, so I'm gonna come here and start creating square. Let's say I wanted to do for a wedding anniversary, right? I'm gonna say, hey, can you, it's like for a wedding anniversary agency, right? Hey, can you please create post ad for anniversary, wedding anniversary, let's say. Just I got a weird example like in my mind, right? Let's see. There you go. Okay, so it all okay. So it created a post, but it should not do that. Anyways, what you can do, you can just refresh it when it start acting weird. So basically, let me just show you. So here we got the text example. So let me just give me 10 ad ideas for wedding anniversary agency. Let's see. I don't know. This is a weird niche that I've thought of just in my mind. All right. A joyful couples dancing under twinkling fairy lights, romantic outdoor settings, celebrating gloves, smiles. All right. I love that. Cool. I'm going to go there. I'm going to click it. I'm going to copy it. You have 10. You can generate, by the way, more and more and more based on your needs, based on your wants. And then come to AI. 1:1. Paste it. And there you go. Now what it's gonna do, it's gonna take your prompt and gonna perfectly generate the image with the text you want, right? We have mirror magic as well. In the next training, we're gonna come. Oh, by the way, while it's being generated, I just want to drop a secret nugget over here as well, right? There is something called Facebook Ads Library. Okay, now what it is? It's a live collection it's a live library of all the ads that are running on Facebook, right? All the ads and all that cool stuff, right? What you can do, you can click on this, right? And it's going to open up something like this for you, right? And then you can choose your country over here, like United States. You can choose this category, right? Should be all ads. And you can search for a keyword, right? For example, you can search for, let's say I want to search for, whack, right? For example. Perfect. You can search for specific keyword. That's a beauty, right? And you can find all these beautiful images that you can take inspiration from. If for some reason, how you're gonna do that, how you're gonna do it and everything, I'm gonna just show you. For example, this is a perfect example. I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna go open image in a new tab, literally right in front of you, everything right now. There's one hack here over, guys. You can always come to the filters section, and you can click on, I'm gonna just zoom in a little bit. All right, let's see, right? Celebrate love's milestone. Look at that, guys. You can always regenerate, right? You can regenerate if you don't like the subject or if you don't like the theme, and you can, play with it. Anyways, I'm going to come to this ad library. In the media type, you can click on images and memes section. Look at this one. So what it's going to do, guys, is going to separate out and give you all the good images, the images that people are running on Facebook as an ad. And you can, excuse me, you can see how long they have been running. This guy started this ad on 14th of December, 5 days ago, and it's been active. I mean, must be working, right? This was started almost 12 hours ago. Generally, avoid ads that are recently started, but those 14th December one, this one is perfect example, right? Expert furnace repair starting at 49 bucks. Get code, right? I'm just gonna save it, right? I'm just gonna save that, and then I'm gonna show you. So what you can literally do is you can take this image, right? Let's see what our image is being, right? Celebrate love milestone forever. That is the beauty, right? And that is the beauty we're gonna do. So for now, I'm gonna look at your question. I'm gonna save this, and let's see if any questions. Ali, do you see any major question while we do? Ooh, imagine if it is integrated with. All right. Perfect. How about the same concept to create poster banner for your own business? Yes, you can always do that. By the way, I'm working a link for you all to go to there for the basically the custom GPT that I made for you. So just give me a one moment, please. You can continue right now. Yeah.
Yash, if you just get that meta library up just one more time. If you got it up,
One
I don't
second.
show the screen. Yeah. So just to kind of touch on the meta library. So now, obviously, one of the topics that we are covering, just one of them, is about viral ads. So if you have the potential of finding clients and it does go into the scope of creating or managing their ads, one of the purposes you may look at the meta library, like Yash hopefully can pop it up, is that by him specifically going into that library, it can show, say, for example, now, if I was dealing with a plumbing company, I could find competitors also specialize in plumbing that could be from the local area. And when they have it in the library, they're spending money. They've spent a lot of money to optimize and run those ads. So they're essentially winning advertisements that they've created. So what we're doing, instead of us spending or the client spending their hard-earned money, we model what's already working. You know the saying, why reinvent the wheel? Does that make sense, everyone? That's a
Yeah, that
key
makes sense.
thing, a very key point to make. So the power of having Artily, more specifically the advanced AI section, is we can take a screenshot very quickly. And I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, how many times have you? I mean, it's that crazy. I was thinking. We talk about taking an image off the screen, which we can do. We can go on any website, etc., etc. I'll walk you through some examples later on. But how many of us go into a big store, a shopping center? You see a billboard. Why not take an image from your smartphone and you can send that image to your email? We can extract and put it in Artily. We can use mirror magic. It's become that easy. You could go in your vicinity of your area, look at one company. You've got Christmas coming up. You say to that company, hey, you should be doing promotions. I'm the person that can help you with your graphics. You do a bit of a survey, find competitors of X company, and go look at their branding. What graphic design have they got on their displays? You can go in and see what leaflets they have. Take a snapshot. You can model using the power of mirror magic. I think that was a very key point. I think no one really understands the kind of the money that you're going to save. I'm going to demonstrate that later on. I'm going to show you how much money you're saving using mirror magic. We're talking about, if not hundreds, thousands of pounds, not dollars. I'm talking about pounds. So yeah, I had to mention that there to Yash. I had to mention it.
Yeah, I'm just right now showing the link. I got the links for you guys. So this is the link. Here you go. I'm gonna just post it. Ali, can you post it in the
What will
chat?
what yeah,
Yeah,
what we'll do,
yeah,
as you know, every time a session, when we have a session, we'll
yeah.
create a resource for this webinar. So don't worry about this.
No
Certain links
worries.
that you don't have, we'll put everything on paper for you, and you'll have access to that within 24 hours, and that will be accessible via Artistly. Okay.
Anyone.
In order to find that, you probably think, okay, where do I find that document? Don't worry, don't panic. It will be in the tutorial section. Scroll down and it'll give you the latest webinar. You'll have a recording for those that might have seen some of it that want to re-watch it and go at their own pace. So do not
All right.
panic, okay?
And while you're talking about that, I was creating the link and I was also getting this ad up. And look at that. Look at this beautiful ad, right? So I got this image. Expert furnace repair starting at 59, get quote. I love that. I love the design. I love the feel and everything. I wanted to create my own, but I do it with 59. Look at that. What I did, I'm going to show you step by step, but look at the beauty here, guys. Literally, I saw what is there and I literally created. What I did, I just created this image, right? I'm going to show you once again. I went to the My Media library. I uploaded this image right like this. I went to AI settings, the AI section. I go to mirror magic. Give it some time, give it a few seconds to read the entire image, right? And literally, and guys, there are three magical things that we're gonna have an Artistly. Then I just wanted to let you know, you will have a ability. You will have very soon. You will have ability. You don't even need to write a single prompt. You don't even need to edit or think about all the prompt. We're gonna have something where AI is gonna edit your images. Even we're gonna have it. I will be sharing that with you as soon as we make it live. Inside 4.0, and that's crazy. We're currently working on it. Because a lot of times this AI, what it does is you put an image of a 3D uh, cartoon or a 3D style, but it generates while I'm saying it, let it generate, and sometimes what it does, it generates it does not keep the style the same. Sometimes happens. It's okay, right? But that edit with AI, right? It's coming very soon, right? Just watch out for all the emails and everything, and I'm going to share that with you, right? What the ability it will do, you don't even need to think about, you don't even need to go inside the prompts, think where it is, or what does it do and all that. With that, all you say, change this guy to a senior guy, change the text to this, change the text to that, or change this to that, and it will automatically do it for you. It will automatically rewrite all the prompts behind the scenes for you, and that's beauty, guys. And it's gonna save a lot of time and save a lot of headache right now, because now imagine this, guys, right? So that's the thing. Anyways, we got this beautiful image while we were talking. Expert furnace repair. It properly keeps that Christmas vibe. I can run this as an ad and I can start generating leads and sales for any business right away. Do not need to think about anything extra by my own. And then that's a beauty here, right? So yeah, Ali, you were saying about media library, ads library, right? What were you mentioning?
Yeah, I guess we'll probably put this in documents so people that want to
Okay.
say, for example, if you're doing plumbing or something like that, you can easily find it. So let's get this up on the screen stage. So just to kind of cover it. So one key thing, I can see questions on there, like
Yeah.
some very good points that were mentioned. Now, for example, let me close this and let's go back to the fast AI aspect, because you may be thinking, okay, if he actually is talking about ChatGPT, but doesn't the fast AI image designer have an extender, a prompt extender? Okay,
Yeah.
so here you can create a prompt and you can get it extended using AI essentially. Okay, but the reason why Yash is talking about ChatGPT is because you got to remember it can act as an expert copywriter. Does that make sense? So, as an example, our focus is, if I'm completely honest, we want to give you multiple options. Now, for those that think do have to pay for ChatGPT, now you can use it for free. However, we've given you the tools. Yes, you can go in the prompt extender, you can use it. However, let's just say I'm using ChatGPT. Why? Because it can also act as a copywriter. You don't really need a copywriter because you can use this. So, one specific thing I think, just to kind of clear up, or one aspect of what Yash was talking about when it comes to ChatGPT. Let's just say when you're doing any prompt or you're creating a prompt, the more specific you are with your input, the better, as you know, the output will be on your prompt. So say, for example, if I said create one Facebook, okay, so remember, depending on the platform that you're trying to generate the content for or your ad, be specific. And you can say, look, I'm even using Artily. You can even put the URL, it'll understand. The industry is emergency plumbing. Add the name Artily and artily.com. So you can incorporate these certain things that you want in the content, right? As an example, okay? And then the same way, yes, it's going to give me a whole number. It's going to be a numbered format. Now I want it in a paragraph, etc., etc. Now, one key thing you can say, you can actually tell AI in a sense to act as an expert copywriter, and it could be very persuasive. Say you're creating this for a Facebook ad, and you want it to be very high converting, etc., etc. So you can dictate exactly what you want, and it will give you a great output. Now, in terms of the output, I took this piece of content now. Okay, so I'm going to give you two versions. Essentially this is another quick way, but it's a manual way of doing it. Okay, design a professional visually striking Facebook ad, blah blah blah. I come to the advanced AI image designer, and this is one I literally just made whilst Yash was on doing the screen share. Okay, so this is what it generated based on that prompt. If hopefully it can get up. So can you see this on screen? I mean, you got to remember, this is high level stuff. This is, I would say, maybe this is the old way of doing things, right? Can you see that? This was created by just creating a prompt, but I'm very specific in the prompt. Now, remember, yes, we can extend this. All right, this is the key thing. All right, before I continue. Now, somebody asked, what is the most simple offer we can start with? And I get it. Terry, I would be confused like you because the functionality of Artily does so much. What's the one thing you could do right now? You got Christmas coming up. Is there anything you could do now to service clients now that will generate you revenue? Because if you think about it, this is the time now to strike while the iron is hot. You got promotional period now, then you got New Year's and all these promotions, etc., etc. So what I've done to make it a lot easier for Terry and maybe anyone else that's thinking, what can I do? One thing I will give access to that will be on a document, okay, resources, is just a small number. I mean, there's a more exhaustive list, but I thought without overwhelming every single one of you, there's a list of 50 ways to use Artily. And this will give you an idea, and you can see which one most resonates with you and you feel that you could do, whether it's graphic design, okay, whether it's logos, posters, brochures, social media management, content creation, branding, identity package. So it's a nice structured way of seeing what relates to you, and maybe you can pick and choose which things you could package or what things you just want to focus on. Why? Because Artily, believe it or not, it is literally a Swiss Army knife when it comes to design and everything you can imagine. Okay, ebooks, presentations, campaign managements, which we'll be looking at. We are talking about merchandise designs. Okay, whether it's mugs, we've got other elements of merchandise, t-shirts. We've got bags. People using SD, Etsy, whatever it's called. And Shopify, whatever it may be, etc., labeling, online course material, freelancing, graphic designs, etc. So I would say this is kind of the manual way of doing it. Yes. All right. But I want every single one of you to get familiar with mirror magic. This is where it takes away all of the guessing game. All right. Here's the other key thing. The reason I mention this now, if I go over to, let's just say, go over to Google and I find look, emergency plumber near London, right where I am, there's nothing stopping me from finding any of their graphics, whatever it may be. Okay, emergency plumber, etc. Let's find one. All right, it could be anyone. Yeah, some of them might be a little bit more complicated. Not a problem. So what we do, we take a simple image of somebody that's got a graphic already. Okay, and this is the key thing. It's a very simple process. You take the picture of it. All right, I save it very quickly. Anyone, if you want, you can go time me right now. It's not a problem. I'm just going to save this. I'm going to show you
It's gonna
how quick this is. Okay, just going to save the project. Bearing in mind, I'm I'm on the call as well. I'm in the call. That's why with all these tabs, everything does slow down. But anyway, look, I've downloaded it. I upload the image. Look, drag and drop. I'm not waiting around here. And this is the key thing. This is a key point I wanted to really highlight what Yash mentioned. Everything that you see now, obviously, it's a graphic design, right? It's a design there. There's a lot of coding behind ones and zeros, blah, blah, blah. I come over to the AI section, Mirror Magic. It's going to extract the entire makeup, the genetic makeup of that graphic. Why is
Yeah.
that important? I don't need to manually write all of that. I just can come and modify and customize it. Does that make sense, everyone? So I'm going to head over to Yash. I know he's got his hand up. So let's.
Yeah, generally speaking, you can generate the image just like this. And did you see? You don't have to go from Mirror Magic to image generator. It automatically, when you upload the Mirror Magic, it will automatically put you in the image generator. But what
Hmm,
was I was saying is, Ali, there's one hack that I always use.
right.
All the logos and buttons, I remove
Mhm.
them. I sometimes remove them. Sometimes what happens is there are a lot of numbers
Yes.
and all that, so I wanted to so I instantly start with, but there you go, can show that. Yeah, boom.
So it's a really good point. So it doesn't stop you. Sometimes you may have some issues. That's not a problem. What we can do is a really good point. I can come here with the object remover. If I want, there's nothing stopping me with removing a line. If I want to make certain adjustments, okay? Because
Yes,
then
sir.
I can come in, whether I use the text grab or I want to come in, I will maybe, it might put a placement logo in there. I can remove that. I can craft anything that I want. Now, you have to understand how advanced this is. This allows me to ethically, right, appropriate somebody else's design and make it my own. And the key word is it's copyright free. Does that make sense, everyone? It
Yes, sir.
becomes mine, right? And I can make a batch of this depending whatever industry, whatever category I am working on, whether it's a doctor, lawyer, chiropractor, pet, home, health industry, maybe you're doing property. It doesn't matter. It's just a simple process. I can find any of these graphics and I can recreate. Now, another key thing is yes. If I'm not happy with this image, could I use Mirror Magic again? Yes, I could. I can generate another prompt and I can recreate another version. Key thing is
Correct.
I can save this, right? Yes, I can save this as one version and I can create unlimited number of versions. I think that's another question that popped
Yes.
up. Is there a limit? What's the answer
Yes,
to that? Yes. Is there a limit to how many versions you can make and how many downloads you
there
can do?
is a limit on how many times you can click on generate image. That's the limit.
Okay, so you could essentially make as many
As
as
long
you
as you
want.
can
Okay.
keep clicking on that generate image, it's gonna keep creating images for you for day and night. And the beauty here is, guys,
Mm,
this is like this, right? A lot of people, even when I run ads, these days, problem is, it's the you have to get the source, right? You have to understand. Look at that, right? It
mm,
generated with a completely different idea. But what I was saying with the idea with mirror magic, right, is we work with graphic designers all day, all night, right? The problem always is we always try to work around with like, okay, this is how we want it to be. This is the layout. This is the style. You know, this is like this is the style, this is the text, this is the stuff that we want, right? And then there's the back and forth and all that. And but with AI now enables and gives you the tool in your hand for you to literally recreate anything. Oh, by the way, did you create in a different design? Okay, this is also very powerful stuff, right? Now yeah.
there's a point I wanted to make. So now I want you to imagine if you're servicing a client, ordinarily they might ask you, okay, if you're doing my branding package of my entire website, you can repurpose that one image and make it multiple different dimensions for different devices. Does that make
Yeah.
sense, everybody? So you're not restricted to that one image or that one dimension. So you can service the client and you can offer, whether it's in your package, your upsells, call them as you may be. So you got, their face, you could do all of the social media banners, you could repurpose it for mobile devices 9 by 16. So if they've got a TikTok channel, so you get the gist of it. You can actually create packages or protocols of different graphics. You're not just limited. And then remember, I can make as many versions as I want. If I want, Yash will say as well, yes, can we remove the background? If I just want a PNG, maybe I just want something
You
specific. If I
can
want to change the background of a particular, change the scene, I can do that. If I want to put
change
anything more
the
specific.
number, change it to
Mm,
their number, change it to their number, change it to their website, because obviously you have to, you can in paint it, you can add, there's a lot of there are a lot of additions that we once you when you log in, when you log in, like inside your application, you will see that there are a lot of changes that has been done. So is that working, right? The
No,
magnifying.
no, no. Yeah,
So
it's working. I just someone made Stango said, "Why is he kissing the sink?" Anybody knows when you're plumbing and you're frustrated, you try to get close to the pipes. Okay, but the key thing
yeah.
is it got your attention, so you can imagine as an ad pattern interrupt. Okay, fantastic. So, I want to take this one step further. Okay, and I think Yash will
We
probably attest.
regenerated. Yeah,
Yeah, we
regenerated
can
again.
regenerate it. We can change. We again remember the ad. We can. It all depends on the input. Okay, or the graphic you have, you can model it, etc., etc. Okay, so you're not restricted in any way, shape, or form. Especially if you're not creative, you don't want to type. We can use. Obviously, we're going to use the AI mirror magic more specifically. Now, um, here's the key thing. Okay, when you're looking and you're thinking about mirror magic, I mean, the world is your oyster. Okay, there's one site. Let's just say, I was looking at there's a site called Free Pick. We can do this with business cards. Okay, so I guess let me go back to the original section here. Okay, or the fast method here. A key thing as well, a bit of housekeeping as we carry on, just for those that might be joining now. Make sure to watch the updated tutorial video, okay, just for those that might be new. And also, anytime you want to check this on brand new updates, there's a whole nice breakdown on the start. Tutorial videos will be located here in tutorial section. They're going to be brand new, updated. Everything's going to be revamped, more to be added. But if I come to create design and I come to the fast image designer,
And
now I want you to understand.
sorry, yeah,
Yes, sir, go.
sorry, yeah, sorry, I'm interrupting you. By the way, guys, if you have any, yeah, you can upgrade later. If you have any future request, anything, right? Ali can post the roadmap. We have a live, we have a public roadmap that you can submit your request and you can let us know. We actually read every single comment of yours, every single feedback, every single request, and then we make it happen, right? There was this issue where you can get inspiration from community design. There were some minor things that you guys have requested for, so we have added and we're constantly upgrading it. We're constantly making it better for you, easier for you, and faster to use it for you. The next thing that we're gonna have probably by the next week for you, it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna edit with AI. You don't even need to write a single word anymore. That's the I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna give the mics to Ali. Ali, the stage is yours. I'm gonna watch you silently
All
now.
right. So there's the link there on the screen for anyone that wants to see, and I'll show you that later on. So I want you to understand each component here, with this: the logo, t-shirt, mock-up, social media post, memes, poster maker, art, mobile wallpaper, sticker, monogram, card invites. Now you have to understand that there's already content out there that we can model. So places like, hey, we have another one. Look, the number one plumbing expert in town, right? So this one, if I just let me just close this. So if I go into there's places like this, like Free Pick, okay, you can just sign up. Now the reason, remember, it's ethical, right? I could cut places like Free Pick. I type in plumbing flyer, okay, and now I can scroll down. Guess what? There's no more guessing game. Why do I need to spend time creating prompts? I just see, I find a nice ad that I like, and guess what? We can model what's already out there. Remember, people, you do have to pay for this kind of content. Now, if I come back to Artily, I just come back to this is the key thing. Advanced AI image designer. Any graphic I have, I always come back and I can use mirror magic to recreate, okay, that image literally like that. Now if I go to the media library, here we can see, look, this is the one I created using this very basic one. Okay, can you check this out? So this is the graphic that I've created just by taking a snapshot. Now I want you to understand there is a huge amount of graphics at our disposal that we can easily come model. Now you have to understand this is a very big powerful feature. For you to actually manually go do this and then get a designer and pay for them, and then having to wait up to 24 hours, uh, 48 hours, depending. Sometimes you have to pay a premium for faster delivery. I mean, you could go places like Fiverr, and you'll probably see this if you go to, getting designs done. When it comes to graphic designers, so the reason I mentioned it is, you can actually use sites like this, right? Let's just go for Doctor. Okay, let's go for Doctor Graphics. Anything, maybe let's go for a Doctor Flyer. And let's have a look. Okay, so Dr. Flyers. And you can see there's so many different options to choose from. And it'll be the same simple, quick process to run through it. So you can see, this I really love. I mean, look how many there are. There's over 100 pages. So you can imagine we can kind of sculpt the perfect flyer or the perfect image, business card, etc., etc. So here we have one here. And just remember, yes, sometimes how the text gets picked up, you may have to edit and craft it a little bit better, but we have tools like the text grabber. We can remove the text, like Yash said, yes, remove it if you want it more professional. But the key thing is if we put the text aside, forget the text, because the text is sometimes a little bit difficult to pick up. However, we are not hoping, but what we want to do is we want to capture the main essence of the main foundations of the image. Does that make sense? Okay, so let me go just grab that again. Let's have that. And again, don't be shy to do this. I mean, Christmas is coming up. This is another great time to actually acquire clients for that. And I'm going to go through. Don't worry, I'm going to go through a lot. This is just we're getting the tires warmed up, as they say. But I just look how quick it is. I just come here and I go to my downloads and I just do drag and drop. Okay, and it's always ideal. Yes, save your projects, start from scratch, and keep things organized. If you're like me, one thing is key. You can go here to projects and go back, and you can have folders, create folders, have them organized for inspirations, different industries, different categories that you can easily always come back to. Okay. Here we have the doctor. Key things here. Once I've highlighted it onto the canvas, now the AI will recognize that we need to magically create the prompt for this, okay? So it's a bit of a blurry picture. Let's see how well it does. But remember key things here. Text sometimes, if it doesn't detect, it's not a problem. We can always remove that, and we can work on that using the tools that we have available to us, the object remover. We can have the text editor, etc., etc. But the main essence I want on this graphic, all right, is the imagery, okay? And the key thing is you have to imagine I'm starting from a place that I have inspiration already, and I can just use that instead of me starting from scratch and trying to put piece together. I'm not a designer. I don't want to worry about layers, adding this, adding that. I just want something simple. I can go and I can take a screenshot essentially and go and just throw it in the vending machine and let it churn out something more professional. I mean, how do you get better than that? Check this out. Okay, so you can see, and remember, this is lorem placeholder text. This is not actually text in there, but you can see, look, here, then what we can do, the key things here, can you see down below? We have the prompt. So anywhere it's highlighted here, first of all, we've got the setup of the scene of the image. Anywhere in the speech marks, professional doctor, yeah, that's there. The rest is just lorem placeholder text. It's indicating to us these entries here need to be edited, and they should be entered with the information that we have from our client, wherever they want to enter. Okay. So can you see how I started with an ugly, low quality image to now a high quality, high resolution image? But if you think about it, I'm not limited to just this small one by one image. If I want, I can go and apply, the smart expand. We can now select that image and we can expand that scene to make it more, we can make it a much more bigger resolute image that is more applicable for whether it's YouTube thumbnail, when they want to use it for laptop device, maybe a website I got for TikTok, Instagram, whatever it may be. I can change the aspect ratio to incorporate everything I need for servicing a client. Okay. So Yash, I think you want to say something?
Yeah. Or you can basically, or you can resize it using the smart expand, or you can like natively generate. So we're gonna have one more dimension for you as well, right? So we're gonna have a 1:1. We have like square, we have vertical, we have horizontal. We're gonna have another one that's portrait. That takes a lot of real estate on social media, right? When you scroll, square takes like half of the screen, but portrait literally takes entire screen, right, when being magnified. So instead of smart expand, you can also generate it natively, right, Ali, where you can just go to the AI. Can you show that option? Like a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I'll just. And
Let
I'm just doing smart expand, but you can see how quick this is. Like as you're seeing on the screen, I've got 100 different tabs on, but this is how quick it is. I can make one version smart expand and I can save it. Check this out. Done. It's that quick. You have to understand. It's that fast, that rapid,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And
There you go.
there's nothing stopping me from adding more text. I can add more. Somebody asked, can you add your own layers? Like, I think you kind of touched on it. It's a new feature that they are going to be adding, especially. Look, okay, it's already there. If I want to layer on my logo, maybe my the client, that is, the client, they may have their own picture that they want to insert into the image, so we can get their image, we can use the background removal for their image, and we can put a layer of just their face on there, so it can be heavily crafted and modified for their own brand and having their own face. So you have to understand, we can sculpt these specifically. I know I'm showing you just a broad way of finding them, but it's a place where we can model high quality ads from the get-go. So what Yashrul's mentioned, if we come to the AI section here, under the image sizes here, it's going to give us different variations of 1 by 1,
Yes,
9
sir.
by 16, or 16 by 9. So remember, this is going to be, it's going to allow us to change the aspect ratio depending on maybe what device we're viewing it on, what social media platform we want to put it up there, what the client may need, because it's not only specifically these sizes. If we want, we can actually change the canvas. And even if we go to the smart expand, it does say write a prompt for resize instruction. So you may have a specific instruction you want to change it to. So you're not limited just by these. These are just presets, so you can actually change it as much as you want. So there's a lot in that. Now, next, I think free pick was one site.
Uh,
So I want, so Yash, did you want to say something?
Yes, yes. So basically,
Yep.
we're gonna have a training, guys. Don't worry about that. A lot of people have this thing like, okay, I wanna have my client's face on it, right? A lot of requests, right? We're working on something. Really, we already have the custom face switcher. But we're gonna have in. Yeah, I got you. I'm hearing you guys. We're gonna have a really really nice section inside your editor where you have the ability of number two, editing with AI, so you don't have to lift a finger. Editing is done by AI in different style, like watercolor. I'm hearing you, right? I'm seeing that you guys are requesting more, like, there's this previously there was this watercolor style. You want a different. The two major things. I am not allowed to do this, but I'm just so excited. I just can't wait to share that with you. Two things are working, right? Editing with AI. That's a powerful feature, right? If mirror magic is number one, editing with AI is number 10. Because now imagine you can take one image and generate it in a different style. You don't have to rewrite, you don't have to work with different prompts and all that kind of stuff. All you do is editing with AI. Tell the AI, hey, can you please change this male doctor to a female doctor? Can you make the shot this, and stuff like that? Can you make this to a doodle style and all? That's going to do it. It's very powerful. Number one. Number two, yes, I'm working. You will have in the next training, we're gonna have like how you can change the face with your client and stuff. So yes, we are gonna do that. There's two of us, me and my partner. All right, perfect. Can you? Okay, perfect, awesome. Yeah, perfect. So I think we're all good. Just wanted to add it here. And the client acquisition is very very important on client acquisition, guys. Is there are three ways, right, which we covered in the past and we're going to cover in the future as well, right now in this training. Ali is also going to get into the client acquisition. There's one strategy I'm going to get again in detail, step by step, right, about the FIMI, if you remember, right. That strategy where you can literally reach out to clients in a Facebook group or a Facebook page by sending them a Facebook message, or already doing the work for them. And that's a foot in the door. There are different strategies which you're gonna get into, but yeah, Ali, let's see what you got here. So yeah, we're gonna cover that step by step.
So yeah, just a quick demonstration, just very quickly. So when we're thinking about, again, it's going to be the same kind of a demonstration that you can find banners for social media. You can see all sorts that we don't need. We're eliminating any ability of us actually doing some level of hard work apart from just sifting through and seeing what appeals to us. So imagine if you have a client that may want to see different variations. For generally, when you're dealing with a client, or maybe your own personal projects, sometimes you want to make a few variations and you want to pick which one most appeals to you in terms of themes and colors and branding, and then that's it. You can go and model that. So just this is one site. Now, one of the key things I want to mention as well, there's another one in Vato. Okay, so depending on which you're in using, it's just good for purposes of checking what there is. So you could just take snapshots of different things, different platforms, and check. But one key thing I want to show you, okay, Let's have a look. So you've got sites like Shutterstock, right? And I know we've got Christmas coming up, but here's some key things. Some of these sites, believe it or not, they'll charge you 10 images subscription, like £1 90. So if I go to pricing, let's have a look. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, USD, I guess is about like $3. Okay, $3. Now I want you to understand something like this. I can take a screenshot instead of being paying for it. I can recreate it and have it copyright free. Now, this is something called Shutterstock. You've probably heard this before, okay? And they've actually got something that's really good, and it's called Trends. So you can actually see what's trending. So you can just imagine if you wanted to work on trending topics and create graphics and components around trending things, especially for clients, or give them ideas if you ever to do research. You can actually come in, you can find good graphics. So you've got Christmas going on right now. So imagine you've got a client that's celebrating Christmas. I'll definitely say, if you want, check it out. But the main thing is if we go to images, right? This is the key thing now. If I go to images, let's go. I don't know where that's going. Okay, if I go to images, this is key thing. So can you see this, everybody? We've got categories. So those that might get confused are what industry, what category could I use this for? This will help you identify a whole host of different categories, especially if you're trying to service a client or what industry you may go into. And I mean, this actually works well or goes hand in hand, like we mentioned before. If you've got other apps like Talking Photos, Click Sites, you've got a whole host of apps that can merge into one that you can then demonstrate you've got the capability of entering into, even though you may have never been in these niches before. So let's just say if we go to something a bit crazy like buildings and landmarks. Now, imagine you're going and you're helping your local church, believe it or not. Or maybe you're working with a travel agent that you're showing different African landmarks and or showing different European land. Well, it doesn't matter. If I let's go to church, okay? So Auto Magic Media, I will answer questions, don't worry. So I want you to check this out. And I was shocked by this, okay? So this is church pews. I don't know, randomly, I thought, let me just look at it. Let me see if I can find the most complicated thing here. So imagine now I have a client or I'm working for the church as their designer. And I found this graphic here, okay? I want you to understand this is a real serious deal. Like we're saving money, but we're generating a higher volume or return because we can do this very inexpensive. You already invested in Artily now. Now, see this graphic here. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, look at this graphic. And someone did mention, can you do watermarks? Okay, and I'll show you how you can do that, but I'll come back to that in a moment. So you can see here's the scenery of the church. It's got all the sections you can stand in. It's got these pews that they call where you would sit down. Okay. Now, I want to draw your attention here to this column here. Standard license and the enhanced license. Unlimited usage in print, advertising, packaging, and merchandising. Unlimited web distribution. Right? This one's limited, the top one, but $309. Now, $309, £309 in USD. Let's have a look. That's nearly $400 for this image. Now, I was shocked, and you're going to be shocked too. What did I do? I took a screenshot of this. I come to Mirror Magic. What did I do? I recreated it, saving me $400. Let's have a look. What did it generate? Okay, so like they say, this is one I made earlier. Now, I want you to understand the quality of this image that was modeled off that $400 image someone's taken. And my one looks better. Does that make sense, everyone? So if I wanted this, I mean, I'll show you this very quickly. I think there will be updates where there's specific watermarking features, right? Now, the way you could do, you've got a couple of ways. You could go to your media library if you had your own logo. I don't have one here, but let's just say I had my own logo. I could put that logo on the top. Okay. So let's just say, let me see if I can find, I've got a better one. Let's just put a shape there. If I put a shape here as my watermark, let's just say, or if I had text, okay, you've got a couple of ways of doing it. Let's just say text, okay, add heading. Okay. Let's just say watermark. I come here. And let's give that a moment. Okay. Once I'm happy with that, I've got a couple of ways. I can do one large watermark like that. I can go ahead. Let's have a look. Let me just extend this a little bit. I can change the color slightly. Okay. I think white is probably better, isn't it? Okay. And we've got opacity. We can make adjustments of that just like so. And check this out. It's a watermark. It's that simple. Now, if you don't want it to be overbearing on your image when you're dealing with your client, okay, we also have the ability of duplicating that initial watermark. Okay, so if you want to make a more smaller version, there's nothing stopping you from putting a smaller version and removing the much larger one. Okay, so if you want the smaller version, you can make as many duplicates as you want and you can scatter them. Okay, but I'm pretty sure we'll probably add a feature that will be more specific to this. Is everybody with me so far? Does that make sense? Okay. But this is the key thing, that this image was simply created by modeling something that already exists, but they were trying to charge me $400 for. Okay. So I think what we'll do, let's go and let's generate something. Okay. So imagine I'm trying to generate something for a client, and let's just figure out what we're going to do. Okay, so if I go to images, let's go to so the reason I wanted to show you that is just to demonstrate that the power when it comes to mirror magic and the way it will process it, that there won't be any, there's not going to be any issues. Okay. Well, I can't guarantee no issues because there will be no issues. But, if there was like a little smidge, but you've seen it for yourself. Like, oh, let's go for an animal. Let's create an animal. So imagine I'm doing a wildlife project or something like that. Let's go for jungle animals. So you can imagine people that travel over to places like Africa or, that part of the world. They spend a lot of money putting all of this together, isn't it? And they'll probably charge a lot. So here we have this elephant. Okay, that's for about $3. I want something more expensive. I want something that's okay. We've got this a tiger now. Okay, yeah, we know that was a really expensive one, and I just really want to find something. So again, it doesn't matter if it's photorealistic, cartoony, whatever type of image it is. We can actually model it. So let's just go for this. Let's see if, how well this can come out. So, if I was creating maybe my client is maybe the zoo or animal related, like a farm, you want to sell those kind of tickets, promotion tickets, then we can do that. So let me go ahead and save this. Okay. I come back. Simple process. It's going to be the same way. And once I'm just going to cover two more things, and then I'll walk you through again the steps, especially for those. I know some of you may already know this, but those that are watching this for the first time, and you want a way how you can find those clients, just some initial steps, and I'll give you some resources as well. Okay, the same process. We come to the AI canvas. Okay, the AI tab here, located on the left. Ideally, yes, try to delete everything, start a new project, make sure it's saved. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to get this going from the get-go. Okay, so go to Mirror Magic. You can see now, once it's selected, it's going to be populated in the preview pane here, and it's going to ask me to generate the prompt. I'm going to go ahead and select generate, and then you're going to see it is now showing me visually that it's being processed. So I just want you to just imagine whether it's an image for a particular business and they need a particular graphic, a mug, a jumper, which we'll go through as well, or anything and everything you can imagine, we have it covered. Okay, so here we have the whole breakdown. The prompt has now been created. Okay, and remember, there's nothing stopping me from modifying that prompt to make it even something better than what it was initially. And can you see that there is a watermark on that? But we can remove all of that. We can recreate something that's completely copyright free, and we're not paying no expensive price tags. Okay. And I think Shazam saying, yeah, you could make a logo or something like that. Yeah, I don't think it being a problem. You could try to get converted into a 3D version. So yeah, AI logos, AI images, social media posts, videos, etc., etc. So there's a whole host that you can do. And sometimes I understand it can become overwhelming because there's so much that it can do. So like, where do I start? There's so much. All right. And check this out. Now, just look at the quality compared to the one that you have to pay for. Just check that out. You have to understand this is some real serious stuff. Okay. Now, something like this, if I wanted to, Yeah, we could probably remove the background. We could go to instant scene. Well, let's put Night Street there, replace the background. So now I'm trying to make this more unique than it already is. And yes, the background is going to be a bit of an odd one. You're probably wondering, right? Because we actually have a foreground, don't we? We have leaves in the front. So we're going to look at, if I had a better image of a much clearer background, more specific, then yeah, it would probably yield a better result. However, we're gonna just go ahead and we're gonna test it out. And this is the key thing. Now, I've created this image and it's already higher quality. Now, I can take this image and I can go into Artily to the fast AI designer. And remember, we have an image upscaler. So if I wanted to boost the resolution even more, 2K, we can do stuff like that. Okay, but the purpose of me showing you or taking an image from the internet on a lower demonstration is to demonstrate that even once we capture it as a low resolution, we can always enhance it, or sorry, more specifically, artistically, the AI component will enhance that image regardless. It doesn't matter. Now, check this out. Look at the difference. Remember, we got leaves in the front, the foreground. We got all these leaves in the back, and now compare it to this image here with changing the background. It's something completely unique. No, like who's going to take an image with a what is it a tiger in a city Night Street area? Okay, so I'm going to delete the back and let's look at one more process of this. And you're probably thinking, yeah, but it's a picture of a tiger. I get it, but imagine if I wanted to create an ad with this, I can still create an ad with this. Okay, but how do you create the ad? Okay, so look what we'll do. Now I'm going to start doing a bit of housekeeping. Let's clear some of this background because I want to do something. So I guess that's a much quicker way, actually. Here we have, there's a couple of watermarks there. Let's remove all the watermarks. Remember, if you do drag and drop, you don't have to do one thing at a time. You can do multiple things. So I select the image now. Now I've selected the image, okay? Now what we're going to do, we're going to go to Smart Expand. Smart Expand, let's get it to a much bigger version. We're going to resize it by 16 by 9. So just imagine if I want to put this on a thumbnail, documentary or video, or if I want to make a thumbnail or some kind of advertisement, that's something that I can do. So another, put it as this, another thing is, now there are places that you could create these images just like iStock, Get Images, or places like Envato or FreePic. And some of these places will allow you to become a publisher. So you can take these images and you can upload them and sell them and license them out. Do you see that one image was about $400? What's stopping you from creating hordes of images and placing them up for sale? Just think about it. If one image was for $400 and you just sold one of them a week, just one of them, as an example. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just trying to, tease you with the idea, but just think about it. So you can see there's some watermarks there, okay? And check that image there, okay? So if I really wanted to, yes, I could do AI. I could go back to the prompt. I can put anything I want, just like Yash said before. If you just imagine you had a design here, there's nothing stopping me from making a box here as an example. And with this box, then I can layer on text, okay? So we go ahead, delete that. But I'm hoping it's demonstrated the power of this, that how fast this is, how quick it is, especially if you come to images. Hey, we've got so much. Remember, we're just not talking about images of animals, wildlife. Let's go and see, sceneries, environments. Let's have a look at mugs. Okay, one of the key other parts of it, merchandise. So all of these things, the reason I wanted to speak about these is that now when we go and we find clients, now we're going to look at some basic steps you can go find clients. Okay, we have to understand the application and its ability. So like I mentioned, if you do come here, 50 ways of using Artily, or where you could offer services, product mockups. Okay, this is another key thing I wanted to mention. So product mockups is a huge one. It is absolutely huge. Just imagine iPad devices, mobile phone devices, desktop devices, whatever devices it is, it doesn't matter. You can actually generate, you can find those images. So let's say product mockups. Okay, you just copy and paste. Let's go to Let's just go here, okay? This is iStock, okay? Product mockups, okay? Whatever it may be, okay? Any product that you have. Let's have a look. Um, let's go to Shutterstock because that's a huge one. And just remember with free pick, just remember you can type in like Instagram for social media, even stuff like let's do product mockups here as well because this one was a good one before as well. Product mockups, okay? Oh, this one looks really nice, right? Okay, I come here. Look, can you see where it says your brand? So we come here. Let's take all of it. So even if it's got this, it's got the dimensions at the bottom, right? I'm not bothered about that because we can remove that with the object remover. Remember, it's a very small, ugly resolution type image. I come here, I save it. Come back to Artily, ideally. Let's create. So this is high level stuff. We can do proper product placements and things like that, especially with packaging. I upload my image. We give that a few moments, and just like that, the image is populated. AI designer, mirror magic, create the prompt. I want a breakdown of what that image is, and then we've essentially got a clean state to start working on. Okay, and just remember with the feature of layers, you can add more components. If you want to add your own logo onto the scene itself, you can do that. You can have that embedded as a layer. And I think the great thing is, with things like layers, you can essentially lock it. So if you put your logo, you want to make those tweaks. I hate, one thing je detest is things getting locked. So here we have now the prompts done. Okay. And remember, one thing I can say, I know the platform, many of you, the feedback's been amazing, but with your even with your input, with the roadmap, okay, this will only get better, especially with more features coming out. And the way it's just being constantly tweaked, you have to understand from the moment, like just probably a couple of weeks ago, you can see how many updates have been have been added already. So just remember, certain mockups like this, and I'm going to show you another site that people pay thousands for on getting ideas done. And check this out. Now, tell me, which one's better, their version or Artily's version? Now, be honest, just have a look. And we can go to, we've got two ways of doing this. We can use in painting, okay? We can go in painting, we can remove that, okay? Or we can do it the other way. If we just want to do an object remove, we highlight that here, okay? And here's another thing here where it says free pick, and we remove it. Okay, try to do one thing at a time, not to overwhelm the AI, because sometimes it can cause it confusion. But in this case, let's just go for adding those components. Okay, so check this out. Now I select it, and let's look at the new version. And remember, we do have other text here. Okay, so if I wanted to, let's have a look. Let's just remove this text so we can start with a nice blank canvas, essentially. Okay. Now I remove. So these steps, I want you to start getting familiar with these, the ability, especially with the features and the functions of all these steps, because once you understand them, like just go and spend a bit of time, have fun with them, and then it will become so much more easier because now you understand the efficiencies of these tools, exactly what you need to do, how you need to do it, in the order of how to do it. Okay, so then you understand how powerful this app is, because it's like, look, you could have a really great tool or application, but if you don't understand the power behind it, how to use it correctly, you won't truly get the best out of it. And that's what we urge you to do. Okay, and check this out. I have a blank canvas now to start. Now I could make a copy of this. So now what I do, I save this. Why would I save this? Because I've got a blank template I can use and service as many customers or clients as I want. So imagine if I'm doing drop shipping. Imagine if I'm doing Shopify. Imagine if I am creating catalogs for products when it comes to e-commerce, right? I can repurpose this as much as I want. I can take it further. I can recreate. I could get the AI to change and modify the sculpting of the color, the imagery, the background. I can remove the background, as we've seen. If I go to Smart Expand, I can expand the scene if I want to really make it truly as desirable to the end user as possible for the purposes or whatever intention I have in mind. Okay, so this makes things like Photoshop redundant. okay, or other third-party apps, because this is all in-house. This is designed to make your job and your life easier. It is designed to save you time and money. Okay, I think these are the key things. But not only is it going to save you time and money, but it's going to allow you to service the client like never before. Because with Artily, we have a huge amount of different functionalities where you can cover graphic design, you can create those mugshots, you can create merchandise, you can create those ads, you can create product placements, you can create banners, brochures. Okay, and if you want to know more, again, there's a whole list of just, I mean, it's not limited 50, it's got way more, but just to keep things clear and tidy, right? Event tickets, you know, you can create tickets with this, educational pieces of content, like we said, tourism, marketing, online contest material, etc., etc. So one thing with the layers, let's have a look. Okay, so imagine if I got multiple layers. Let's have a look. Say I wanted to use the line on this as well. Let's have a look. Let's see. Okay, if I wanted to put the line on this, just imagine this was a logo. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's remove the background from the lion. Okay, so we can sculpt multiple different pieces of media content on our design, and then we can incorporate if we so desire. Okay, and then what we can do, we can lock it, we can remove it, we can move things around and see what looks the best, and we can make different variations of that. So retain, Ali, not only does it save us time by saving us time, we can, if we choose, offer a mock-up to a new client at a very affordable price because it saves us so much time. But the key thing is they don't need to know how long it takes, whether it takes you a minute, a day, or 2 days. It doesn't matter. It's your time at the end of the day. It's you. You've had to learn how to use it, isn't it? Okay. Oh, okay, let's get that back up. Okay, let's get removal background. Okay, so coming back now, we'll let that load. So just coming back, let's look at mockups. Where's it gone? Okay, so we had mockups. Let's look at devices because that's another key thing, especially when it comes to client. So this now, you should have a very good idea that this demonstrate, even if you different types of product merchandise whatsoever. Okay, here's one within mobile phone there, but I want to go for a device, isn't it? Let's go for a PC monitor or laptop mock-up. So we're talking about, what people are charging a lot of money for when it comes to mock-up devices. Let's say here's this one. So you can see something like this. It's a very high level style mock-up, as you would expect. If I went to somewhere like Fiverr, they'll probably charge me a lot of money for something like this. This is something that we can't do. So okay, here we have. Okay, here we have, look at our tiger. Just imagine this was a tiger design. Okay, if I want to put that tiger, now I play around with that, see where it looks the best, and then I can come to the layers, and because I know this is layer number 5, I can lock it in place. Okay, is it layer number 5? Let's check. Okay, yes, it is layer number 5. If I want, we can just put that in place. Okay, if I want, I can. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So you can see I can remove things and see which one I like. And then I can generate that version. But always make sure you save it as you would expect. Okay. So let's have a look at another one. Let's just double check. So laptop device, it'll be the same thing. Okay. And then we're going to go head over to good old Google and look at ways we can find those clients, and we can conduct outreach. So very quickly save his image. Remember, it's just a very small image. And, there's nothing stopping you from getting an image using a mobile phone. So anytime you're outside, you're driving, or no, I shouldn't say when you're driving because I don't want to get in trouble. But just imagine if you have an opportunity, you see something outside, hey, just take an image of it. Take an image, try to obviously capture it, and then upload it directly here. So here we have use image here. It'll be the same process where we can now use this image here. Let's have a look. Okay, the same process. We're going to use the AI ability here with the mirror magic, generate prompt. And one thing I will mention as well, we can also use it the other way, which I'm going to just actually show you. Let's get this prompt. Okay, the prompt's done. So another good thing is that when you're creating designs also in the fast AI section, okay, when you go to edit, it will redirect you to this advanced section. Okay, so you're not, so any design you create in the primary section of Artistly, when you're happy with it, and we're happy, if you want to go and edit it, it will take that image and it'll populate it into this advanced section, and then you are ready to go. Okay, so here we got, look at that old design and look at this updated design. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that here. So I've got 20 different layers going on. Let's have a look. Zoom out. So is everyone with me so far? Oh, there is. Okay. Oh, I think I've done everything, haven't I? So here we have the new updated mock-up that I haven't had to spend a penny for. It is all been rendered for me. Okay. So this is obviously a much bigger image. I'll just simply either resize like so, drag and drop, or I can go to the settings and just redo the canvas. Now remember, object remover, I can remove that, or if I come into the prompt section here, it says, look, your design or the mock-up, I can make those edits and I can actually put whatever I need in there. Especially if you want to put your logo, you can just put another layer on, etc., etc. So, please don't be afraid to use those kinds of, those features. Get used to them. Another place, again, I would just say before we head over now, 99 Designs, if you're probably aware of it, is we have, let's have a look. Branding designs. Okay, so different branding designs, it will give you some inspiration when it comes to using it. Where's it going to get started? Let's have a look. Okay, no, we don't do that. I just want to look at what other people have already done. Let's say create social assets. Okay, so also this is a good thing to look at people's terminology, how they're using it, and how things that you can sculpt. So you can see even here some design. Look, Boxing Day, you've got Christmas coming up. There's a whole host that these will give you ideas and inspiration. You've got birthdays coming up. Like we mentioned, memes. All of this stuff, just it's anything here you see. It's that simple now. Just a quick snapshot, and we can go and model. So if I come out of Artistly, let's go to Artistly, the front end, create design. Let's go to the Fast AI Image Designer. Remember, when it comes to logos, design, mock-ups for the t-shirt, social media, I want you to understand there is a huge, vast amount of ability that this will give you. So if I go to personal design, so this is the key thing now. Well, two things I should cover then actually. The upscaler, so if you have a low image or whatever it may be, you can also upload the image and it'll give you a more high HD image. So let's see, let me just show you very quickly. I'm not going to render it. But if I went to this logo here, so everything here that you're seeing, I can change the resolution. I can pop it up to a higher resolution. So the reason I'm mentioning this is that you may have an existing image that you've created somewhere else, not Artistly, whatever it may be. You can come and enhance it here. So just imagine if you had a client that had an image, a pre-existing image that they thought they would like to use, but it's not the best. You could charge an additional service to say, look, if you got an old image, I can recreate it, I can update it and get it to a better, higher resolution, but it takes your time. Okay. So, Fluke saying about images and aspects, I'll come back to that in just a moment. Don't worry. Okay, so if I come to any of these images now, you can see, look, here's a t-shirt. That's a good one, right? So if I want to come to this t-shirt, I can view it here. If I want to modify it, go back to it, I can go to modify it. It will take me back. But let's just go to edit. And now what we want to do, let's have a quick look. And you can see just like that, it's going to redirect me now into the advanced section. So I can now go to the advanced level of doing my modifications. I don't need to drag and drop, get the image saved and then upload a blah, blah. I don't need to do none of that. We're trying to design this app to streamline processes where we are saving you time and efficiency so you can actually do these things very, very quickly. So your role, you could service clients as a one-man band or one-woman band, essentially. Okay, you could do the equivalent of like a team because you have these functions and abilities. Instead of having one person to do the graphic design, one person just do copyright and text, and one person to go and do background removal, one person just to focus on t-shirts and merchandise, we can do all of that stuff. So here we have the t-shirt. If I had, remember when you're doing merchandise, things like that, just make sure you have something suitable. Oh, here's another thing as well. Like all of these designs, just having a look at this. This is something I took off the internet, right? And it recreates some beautiful images. Let's have a look. Instead of me just doing that, I'll just show you what I've recreated. Okay, just save your time. If I and business cards, look at this. So from this image here, the outcome merchandise, we can create high quality images. So you don't just have to have one subject, you can have multiple subjects in your designs or in your graphic creations, so to speak. Okay. And also whether it's icon elements, etc., etc. So just imagine this is acting like an assistant for you. Okay, so there's good question, like what am I using for screenshots? So there's multiple apps out there, but what I'll do in the resource document that we will publish and give access to every single one of you, I'll try to create a list of free applications or any applications you can use. Okay, how you can use this. So I just want you to understand, like this, here's some good demonstrations as well. Okay, so we've got some devices there that I've created previously, and going back, let's go back. Okay, so you can see there's a lot that has been created. And then again, we can remove background, we can go to mirror magic, etc., etc. So I just want you to understand. Now, another good thing is for those that want to know when it comes to clients packaging, a key question we always gets asked: how much should the pricing be? So, for example, look, if you come to logo design here, right? Good places, just come and you can model. I don't know where it's redirecting me. Where's it going? So, logo design. Let's see. Sometimes these. Okay, so what I want to do, if I go to English, even though it is meant to be English, but currency, I want to go to United States dollar. The reason being because we want to see how much people are charging. Okay, so now it's going to revert into dollars. And if I go to pro services, I'm not saying you have to be a pro service provider, but to get started off, make some sales, get through that benchmark, and then you can kind of see everything that you're seeing here now. This person here, $450. Wow. This person here is charging $450 for this kind of stuff. Okay. I don't know what they're doing, but clearly they are selling, making money. Why? Because look at that, $47. Now, this might be a tricky one to do, but let's have a look. Can everybody see that? Now, let's see if we can replicate this. The very thing somebody is charging just under $500 for. Okay, we come back to Artily. We will remove all of these and let's go and see what we can do. So we come here, same process. We go to upload. Oh, sorry, I don't need to actually go to upload. I just go to my downloads. I can do quick drag and drop because I'm saving time and all that. And we are now going through the process. Yes, it's a much bigger canvas is required. So I just come to this, come to my canvas, I resize, and let's have a look. Okay, let's make that adjustment there. Oh, I've got two. I don't want two. Let me remove that. Okay. Now we just give it a few moments. Just there we go. Okay. And I know you're thinking, yeah, but it needs resizing. Okay, that's very good. That's very good indeed. But we will first figure out the prompt. Okay, we'll get the AI to reverse engineer this gentleman's. I mean, this is something he's probably he has got this from somewhere. Okay, like one of these sites, these licensing sites. Okay, when it comes to branding packages, so we can actually go and see all of this stuff. So where's it gone? If we can find. Okay, here. So he's got this branding package. All of this stuff premium. Check this, 600. He's premium. 625 with stationery and branding, etc., etc. Okay. Coming back to Artily. Let's give it a few moments. And remember, we can do we can do all of that stuff. Now you tell me, everyone, honestly, which one is better? Let's be honest now. Let's have a real honest comparison. Okay, so what I'll do, let's move this across and let's have a look. And remember, we can add more components into the fold. Okay, we're not just restricted. Now check this out. Can everyone see that? Look at the clarity. I mean, I haven't told it, but it's given gold, like the accents of gold, right, onto the font, and it gives that more premium. So I obviously, it's going to sound biased, isn't it? But my version will give that perception it actually costs more than that $600. So now we have this graphic design, okay, this stationery set. We got a pen. Hey, if we want, we can add a mug into there. There's no problem adding a mug, maybe sunglasses, maybe a laptop. We can set the scene. Now what I do, I come to Smart Expand. I make it by 16 by 9. I wanna stretch it out because here, this gentleman here, I mean, it doesn't get better than this. I mean, he's making money. I mean, he's generating revenue for his business. Okay. Now, this person has probably spent a lot of time getting familiar with Photoshop and all these other third-party tools, these expensive tools. He's probably spent months, if not years, learning his trade. Now, I do not want any single one of you feeling guilty that you have access to Artily, okay? Because that's what it's there for. Check this out. How amazing does this look? All right, and let's have a look. Let's zoom in there. And check this out. If I want to go one step further, I could do smart scene, isn't it? I could do smart scene and I can change the background. So, it's about presentation to the client, isn't it? And the key thing, I keep getting the feedback, and even Ulrich is mentioning it's just the clarity of it, the way it's created, the definition, the resolution of that image. It's so clear, it's so precise, it's so crisp, the edges and the corners, compared to unfortunately other people's versions. Okay. Now, real time saying I can't get clients either no budget or they want to do it themselves. So the key questions you have to ask when you're dealing with a client, what is their budget? Okay, what is their budget? So here you can see, look at that. It's got that nice those colors featured on that. Now, this is an example. Depending on the graphic, we can change that. We can remove the background and just have it as a PNG file. Okay, so that's completely up to you. So we've got that ability of making those different versions. So you can see how many different versions we can create. Some examples that we've gone through here. And look, this should give you inspiration. But the main reason I've come over to a site like this is just to give you an idea when it comes to the breakdown. So all of this stuff here, okay, right, will show you how they've structured their portfolio, how they've structured their packaging of their pricing, basic, standard, premium. I'm not saying you have to charge high amounts, especially if you're starting for the very first time. But if you can demonstrate, because you can create a portfolio, you can create mock examples using Artily, you can create unlimited examples, essentially, right? And you can post it in there. And the great thing about this, you can even see delivery time, 5 days. Now, for 3 days to speed up the process, they're charging 175 days. Now, how much would it be for you to charge a 24-hour turnaround time or six-hour turnaround time? People that are there, that have the money, are willing to pay for speed. They are willing. Business owners that have money, they want quick turnaround times. They have that money. Offer them that opportunity or that ability to do so, and that's their decision to make. Offer them the option, and you'll be shocked. You will be shocked. Okay. So again, if we now review when we come to digital marketing, where's it called, graphic designs, we can see all types. So if I just go, let's just have an overview of it. So if I go to mug design, right? Mug designs. It's the same process you are seeing. Look, now tell me, people are charging for mug designs. If I go to relevance, let's have a look. Best selling. So people are charging for this stuff. Where it's $10, $10. You could do this stuff very easily. I can go here right now and I can take someone's image like this, or memes or graphics off the internet, and I can impose them onto the mug. I can make edits to the mug. Okay, come back to Artily. Again, we've got other things that we can look at. So say, for example, if I come to create design. Oh, I don't want to go to that one. Create design. We don't go to the editor. Any component here, look, t-shirt mockup, logo, memes, art, mobile wallpaper, sticker, monogram, cards, and invites. Okay, so t-shirt mockup. Let's just go for this example. But remember, we can do mugs and things like that using Artily. Let's go back. Aha. Okay. And I'll cover this next week as well. Oh, another key thing I want to mention for those that are watching next week, it is going to be Christmas. So for those that are celebrating Christmas, you obviously it's a very personal time for each and every single one of you. So what we have decided to do, because it's going to be unlikely you're going to be attending for Christmas, next week's session will be moved to the Friday. Okay, it will be Friday the 28th of December at the same time. So Friday the 28th of December, and the the session after that, that will be the 4th of January for the new year. Why? Because on New Year's Day will be the first, will be a Wednesday, and I'm pretty sure many of you may be in recovery mode. Okay, so you know, probably won't be thinking about that. So just to come back now, a reminder will go out for that as well. So here we have t-shirts as well. Okay, so I know I don't want to overwhelm you, but I just now we've covered all of these key things when it comes to what services you can provide. Okay, so next, what we're going to look at, if you come back to webinar resources, you'll have access to this. Now, two key things I want to look at now. Contracts. So when you're reaching out to clients, we've got a number of contracts, ready-made contracts, whether it's graphic design, local businesses, or even social media agencies. So we've got a whole host of different angles you could approach using Artily, but you're not limited to these three main core things, okay? So let's just say local business, because obviously we're on there right now. We're going to be now looking at local businesses, okay? So local businesses is some kind of there are contracts that have been designed that, but remember, depending on where you are, your state, the legal aspect of it, you can always go in chat GBT, or you can make sure in your local area or your country that you have to add anything that you might feel or deem is necessary. So with these local contracts, as you would expect, you've got the service provider being you, and then you have the other party in question being the client. You would put all that information, and services provider. So these are just some example, so you can take away or you can add to, or you can mix and match, and you can edit and modify as you so desire. Okay, these are the key things to mention. Next, fees and payments. Some of these things you probably haven't considered, especially when it comes to payment, especially requiring from a client. It's a bit of a touchy subject if you've never done it before. So this will just help be a great guide and a breakdown for you to overcome that barrier, that mental barrier of asking for payment from a client. Okay, so things like the total fee, that was something that you can dictate. But before you get here, you can have a call with them, and I'll explain some other things relating to that. So fees, scheduling, payment dates. Next, milestones is something people don't really think about, but it's something that you can add to just to show your level of professionalism when it comes to offering your services. Why do I talk about milestones? It's because you're demonstrating to your client that you have certain things in place that will keep them up to date, and that you can demonstrate that you have good business acumen, that you're keeping to timelines. It keeps them in the loop. Why? Because it will just remove any kind of doubt, worry, concerns, anxiety. They can manage expectations. They can manage their timelines and their businesses, and it just avoid them from refunds as well. Another part of it. Okay. Ownership and usage rights, revisions, if you have any revisions, the total number that they can do, because sometimes people can milk you and use more time. If you want done unlimited, that's fine, but ideally you want to do like, I don't know, 5 or 10, so they're more specific the very first time round, as many as they want. So that's up to you. So terms and conditions, again, remember this stuff, you could, if you want something more specific, you can take this and put it in chat GBT and add or take away from anything of it. Now, these contracts will also be there for social media agency and graphic design, so they are for you. Okay, next in the resources section, which now we're going to cover, are the key things, I would say, is when it comes to emails. So I've put together two documents that will highlight not only the outreach element, okay, so how you would reach out to the client, okay, in terms of cold calling. So we're going to now grab ways how you could obtain that information, how you would find the email addresses, etc. And essentially you have the information here. Now, everything in here, again, you can use as is, but you would need to modify it so it is correct for the services you're offering, essentially. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could take this template, you could go into like ChatGPT or whatever editor you want, and you could just change things like whether it's transform your business or brand or marketing. So it's specific if you're offering social media management services, graphic design, or anything local business related. Okay, and you just go in, fill in the blanks. Okay, that it's really that simple. Your main thing is here is to demonstrate and do an outreach first of all You can add your portfolio, or if you have a website like ClickSites AI, if you've got a site from them, you can house your portfolio. You can demonstrate the content you already done that's congruent with the individual, the client that you're reaching out to. And then the next phase is, once you've done that, the key thing is, okay, now I need to do follow-ups. Okay, how many follow-ups you do, you can do as many as you want. You can give them time up to 48 hours, 72 hours, and then you do a follow-up. However, you can start with your local businesses. Right now, you have the Christmas season, you have the holiday season. Businesses have an opportunity to make money during this huge spending season. This is the time that you should be making or taking a considerable amount of action. A good example, now you got Christmas, obviously you got spending going on. Now, for those that want an idea, okay, off the top of my head, you've got New Year's Eve coming up. So we have holiday sales that are going to be upon us. You've got Christmas sales essentially next week. Businesses, takeaway food, fast food places, restaurants, they are going to be in need of promotional banners, any kind of content, etc., about those promotional discount voucher codes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all of that stuff. Now, if any one of you wanted to, if you could find a local gymnasium or gym in your area, every gym every year sees an influx or spike in brand new gym memberships. Now, you could essentially try to connect with the gyms if you can, okay, and help them with their needs of helping when it comes to graphic design content for gyms that need to help with their signups. Okay, they're going to be doing promotions, you see a huge spike, and then for a month, then people will then leave. But it's a good opportunity. I want you to put yourself in a state of, just imagine when you've got Christmas coming up, when you got New Year's coming up, when you got New Year's coming up, 2025, what would be the things that you would typically want to buy? What would you go out and do? Would you go for sales? What kind of sales would you do? Clothing, housing sales? What products would you typically buy? Okay, most people, they spent a lot of money and now they're in recovery. Okay, they're trying to save money. So what businesses could you target where you know there would be a huge demand for products and things that people would want to buy? Whether it's like, as an example, if you had, okay, here's another, like off the top of my head, I want you to change, or if you've got a way of thinking, that's fine. If you have an idea of who you want to approach and who you want to serve, is fine. But just imagine, in New Year's Eve, people typically, I'm not this again, this is not legal advice or anything like that. You have people that might be intoxicated, they get in trouble, they need to go to a lawyer. Okay, that could be one aspect. You could target lawyers, people that need legal advice over the Christmas holidays, a lot of arguments, people get out of control, and they get in a bit of trouble. Number one. Okay. And then you have people that also, might be driving under the influence, whatever it may be. Think of something else that somebody might happen during that time. People are more prone to accidents. Okay, Christmas is another time because, again, you have doctors, surgeries, or not only surgeries. Think about dentists. How many people get intoxicated during Christmas and they get drunk? Okay, they have a fall and they might chip their tooth. People might have eaten too much, whatever it may be. They have health concerns, like they need to go see a dentist, they need to see a doctor. Maybe they've got injuries, they need to see a chiropractor. So a lot of these services, I want you to think, what is their demand? Okay, here's another great one. And I forgot to mention this. Christmas, and Yash mentioned this, or Yash was creating a graphic relating to the boiler. If you remember the boiler, don't you think there's a huge surge of boilers and plumbing services during the month of Christmas or the cold winter seasons? Just think about it. I mean, Bible studies, yeah, people want family photos. Fantastic. Okay. So what we can do, we can go simple places like Google now. Okay. If I go to Google and I go back, okay, because I'm pretty sure I've done a search here, and I type in emergency plumbing services near London. It doesn't have to be London. It could be New York. Okay. New York, Chicago, Atlanta, USA. Okay. Now, ideally, if I go to maps, I'm hoping it'll pick up in maps. Okay. Now I want USA. I want to go across the pond. Okay, we could come over because somebody else mentioned this. They talk, you may be living in a country that there's a different exchange rate, very low exchange rate. Remember, we are not governed by the country we're in. We can target any country we want because we have the usage or access to the internet. So don't ever think that you might be in a country that doesn't have clients that are willing to spend money. You have to understand those that might be, say, for example, if someone's living in India and they're thinking, yeah, clients here, they're paying by the rupees and they don't really want to spend money. It's not a good return on everything that you're telling me. That's fine. You can service clients in foreign countries, right? There's nothing stopping you with the use of the internet. You can do any country that you want just by being a little bit uh, intuitive in a sense. Okay, being proactive. Now, yes, some of you may think, but what about if I want to target Russia? I can't speak their language. Hey, use Google Translate if you have to. Okay. So let's come back here now. Okay, let's go to Missouri. Is it Missouri? Let's go to any one of these places. Okay, emergency plumbers. Okay. Okay. There's a whole host of them here. Emergency plumbers. And zooming out. Look. Let's be honest. There's so many of them. They're everywhere. I just have to zoom in and then I re-select the search this area. Okay, and it should give me even more results. And you can see each time I zoom in, it will then show me even more. Okay, there's New York over there. I don't want to go to New York because I want to go somewhere I can get a local business or something like that. Okay. Okay, let's go here. So here we have this area here. Okay, it's near the airport. Let's go for this one here. And you can see emergency plumbing repair, Warwick. Okay, they've got a email address here and they've got certain information. Okay, they've got a telephone number, they've got an address. But ideally, I want to go to their website. Okay, let's have a look at their website. Okay, pretty boring website, but it's fine. Key things, can I see Instagram? No, I can't see Instagram, but I can see Facebook social media posts. Okay, I got, well, Facebook. Now, key things that I need to consider that they don't have an Instagram account, they don't have a TikTok channel. So I should be thinking, hey, there's a potential because you'll see in the email templates that you should have considerations that you spend a little time of research beforehand and find out what are they missing that I could accommodate and I could service. For example, I could check out their Facebook page and see, are they actually being consistent with their content? Have they got Instagram page? No, they haven't. Okay, that's something I could create. So I can create content and pieces for everything. And even when it comes to copywriting, I can use things like ChatGPT if I wanted to and create daily posts, and I could create those pieces of content that would accommodate the content. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, so key things. I've got their telephone number. I come across. I can send them. Again, be inventive. Send them a SMS. It's not a problem. Send them a message. Go to contact. Send them an email. Right. Send them an email via this, and I'm pretty sure sometimes they'll also give you their email addresses. Go above and beyond. I mean, you could find out within a 5 or 10 mile radius of where you reside or your house address, and actually go see people in person. But before you go see them, do research on them. So let me see if this will work. Okay, because this is a bit of a naughty one. Not naughty, but maybe I can have a look. Okay, so look, I've taken their URL. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's just have a quick look. Okay, start fresh. Let's go to ChatGPT. I am using Artily as providing it as a service to clients. I want to provide services to. Can you check and see if there is anything I can offer which or they are missing for their business? Okay, so believe it or not, ChatGPT is very flexible and speak to it like a person. It's really really weird. I know sometimes it can be a very peculiar way of looking at it, but not only can you have conversations with the reason I'm saying I am using Artistly because I can actually previous conversations I've had discussions about it. More discussions I have about Artistly, it will go into the memory bank. So it's understanding the conversations we had. It'll sift through the site. It'll recognize and understand the functions and features of it. Okay. So it's all about educating it. So you can have a real conversation, go very deep with it. So here, and it'll give us a base. So Artistly, okay, as providing a service, blah blah blah. Can you check if there's any I can offer? For example, um, maybe a Christmas promotional offer, etc., or anything you would recommend. That's it. Keep it simple. So it will have a sift. Sometimes it can, sometimes it doesn't, right? But it will look at things from the site. It'll extract information. It'll go and sift through, okay, crawl through the website. And it will give me suggestion based on its hyper intelligence about things that I can offer this potential prospect, okay, this potential client. Let's have a quick look. Number one, holiday themed promotions, seasonal discounts, right? Number two, festive website enhancements, okay, community engagement, customer communication, email marketing, social media engagement, blah, blah, blah. Now, for each one, believe it or not, I can go further. So you have to understand, it's just not copy, it's just not that's it. All right, we're good to go. Now, if I go here like this, look, holiday theme promotions, right? Can you see I've highlighted this text now? And you can see it says reply. Now, what it's done, it's pasted this down below. Can you see that here in this field now? Okay. Can you expand? Actually, you know what? That's one way of doing it. Let me do another way. Can you expand on all the points and create an email to this client or this prospect? Okay, because that's what it is, prospect, about offering the services you recommend. Okay. Now, I want you to understand that you can be specific if you don't want to give everything away with recommendation. If you've got specific things in mind, you can do. I want you to be very persuasive, okay, persuasive, and act like the world's best award-winning copywriter. Now, do you want to hear something more interesting? If you went and done research about who are the best copywriters in the world, you could go and get that person's name and say, can you act as this copywriting person's name? And it will essentially, whatever knowledge it has based on that copywriters, that copyright and their writings and their teachings, it will write in their style of language. Does that make sense? Okay. So I go here now. Look, can you expand on all the points? So it's very advanced stuff. So here we have, look. Okay, so based on that, you can see now it's going to go create an email based on the aspects of what we discussed. So why do I mention this? Yes, it is an additional tool, but it will remove any kind of difficulty in terms of clarity, especially if you ever have writer's block. Where do you begin? Where do you start? Especially when it comes to ChatGPT, right? It understands, because you've got to remember millions of users are putting so much information in it, crafted in different industries, categories, whether it comes to copyright and what promotions are there. It knows everything, essentially. Not everything, but enough for you to do, get that information out there. It will find out and craft the exact information that you want, or in terms of doing the email, like here, look, check this out now. Here's an expanded and persuasive email tailored to the services you could offer on Call Plumbers of Warwick RI, crafted to position your value as indispensable for their growth. So here now, this particular email is going to position us that we are a key asset in order for them to grow, make more revenue. Okay. If we want, we can change different angles depending on it. So it's got a nice email. Hey, and this, remember, look, the holiday season is upon us. Now, this is crafted for this specific period. And then we've got festive promotions that will spark action. Imagine offering your customers. So now we're demonstrating, or the email is showing us as demonstrating multiple different avenues of them increasing their revenue. Now, you may be thinking, yeah, but we're kind of giving the ideas away, isn't it, to these potential prospects? They could just take the information and go do it themselves. Yeah, you're probably right. However, in most cases, the client will see that you actually know what you're talking about. I'd rather have you follow through because you can clearly see that you know what you're doing instead of me running around trying to do it myself. Nobody wants to spend, business owners don't want to be doing this stuff themselves. So, anyway, you can see then it's got like these strategies would not only attract more clients, but also position your business as a cornerstone of the community, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So if you want, you can do more research on the company and you can make it more personalized. You can add that into the email, and you could organize or schedule a meeting or a call and go through it, and then even offer some of these aspects or design templates, not design templates, but draft. You could offer draft versions to demonstrate each part and say, if you like this stuff, blah, 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 you can follow up. Okay. So, yeah, it's very fascinating stuff. So, okay, let's have a look. Okay, is everyone with me so far? Does that make sense? So I'm just trying to show you a different variety of methods that we can use, encompassing, free tools that you've probably already got, whether it comes to logo, t-shirt, mock-up designs. Like if I got a t-shirt mock-up design, which I've already kind of shown you anyway, but we got art, things like the logo design. Let's have a look. Poster maker. Okay, so if I want to do the poster maker, key things, we've got the prompt aspect here. If I want a much more extended prompt, I've got the prompt extender there, or I can come and use anything I want. But here we've got so many different variations or the settings in order to craft the most tailor-made, okay, creative that you can imagine, whether it's the style. So I want you to just imagine that each and every single one of, whether it's style, lighting, mood, color palette, art medium, perspective, these essentially are upgrades. You have to understand, it's like when you buy a car from the dealership or you buy a laptop and so on, a car, you have upgrades, alloy wheels, maybe the particular trim, leather seats, spoiler, radio, blah, blah, blah. Because each one will take you more time. If you were to do this manually using Photoshop, and each ratio here, if you're creating that one image and you're creating different variations, then again, it's different size, different dimensions. Okay. So let's go back to good old Google. If we go back here, so that's one way. Okay, we'll do the outreach on there. Let's go and let's do another one. Search this area. Let's see if we've got any other ones. Okay, here's one right here. 2-star here. Okay. And this person they do not have a website. So this would be great if you want to create them leaflets, flyers. Maybe if you do have ClickScience AI, definitely, you can create them a website. If the company themselves, it doesn't matter, whatever company, you can help them create branded content, branded merchandise. Doesn't necessarily have to be plumbing, but it just looks more professional when a company has branded merchandise opposed to just wearing their dirty t-shirt or whatever it may be. Okay. So, let's have a look. So, okay, so a mug, right? I know it's probably going off topic, but it'll be the same way. If you want to create a mug, I guess just go type in, let's say, mug design. Okay, let's just say mug design. If I go to images, or you don't necessarily have to go to images. You could go custom mugs. Okay, and you can see some beautiful designs. Okay, let's see where's it gone. Custom mugs, and you'll see. Let's see some. Okay, here's some really nice, lovely mug designs. Okay, let's look for something there. And look, check this out. You got pens, you got mouse mats, notebooks. As long as there's an image there, we can always replicate it. Okay, so I want to come back to mugs, but mugs are not coming. Stop moving. Come back. So see, this is the problem with some of these sites. They're very slow. But I want to go here. Okay, here's a clear mug. Okay, it's nice little mug. So I take this image of a mug, same concept, same thing. Okay. So remember, next week we will be looking at more e-commerce style merchandise. So probably tie into what we're going now, but I'll just quickly demonstrate this. Okay. Um, and I know we've gone over the time, so I think we will conclude. I'll cover one more item in. I'll cover this, and we'll look at one more Google research aspect, and then we will go ahead and conclude. Okay, because I know we've gone over. So media library, the same way I come to my downloads, drag and drop, and then here's the image there. You can see the image is really bad resolution because it was very small, wasn't it? I come to the AI mirror magic, generate prompt. It's the same setup. Okay. And then we have the image generation. Okay. And what I'll do for those that want to know, on the screen, I'm just going to put this up roadmap. Okay. So those that may want more features that aren't, there's certain things that you would like, just make sure you just go add it. And if it's voted, these are the things that do get added, but we're already adding so much more anyway. So I'll just put that up on there anyway. Number one. Number two, as we're waiting for that to process, I want everybody to do me a huge favor. Okay. If everyone could do me this huge favor, okay, if you would be so kind. Now on the screen, I'm going to put a link, okay, artistly.ai/review. Now, I mean, if you haven't already, if you have, let's get this up, okay. So on the screen, let me just show you very quickly, okay. So if I get this up, so if you love the app and you've been using it, we would absolutely love for you to head over to artistly.ai/review. The link is on the screen right now. There's some hidden features, as you know. There's some great stuff as well there. But on top of that, there will be another resource folder. We would love for you to just go head over, just a couple of steps, just post a review on Capterra. This will kind of what it will look like anyway. Once you're on there, you'll get the ability of just adding those 5 stars. How likely would you recommend? Yeah, there's not a 20, but 10 will do. All the pros, probably no cons, etc., etc. So we would love for you to give amazing feedback if you so can. And just send that over to support@artily.ai with a screenshot, and we'll unlock it. But either way, we would absolutely love for you to do that for us. Okay. I just wanted to mention that if you haven't already. Okay. So back to this. Okay. So back to our cup. So I want you to see now. Look at their cup. This ugly cup. Okay. You can see the resolution, how bad it is. And now check this out. Look at our mug. Now tell me the difference. Right, remember we can change different dimensions, we can make these different aspect ratios for different devices or different social media accounts or different placements on different websites or devices, etc. If I want to go further, I can do smart expand. I can remove the background, just have it a croppable image, PNG. I can change the background itself. I can layer text onto there. I can make it into a proper graphic. So you've kind of got the gist of it now. Okay. So, can everybody see that mug? Now, what would you say? How good, how amazing does that mug look? Be honest. I remember we've taken that, and this person's probably paid quite a bit of money for that. I mean, some of these mugs are really personalized. So what I want to do, okay, there's a business one there. This one's got a bit of a crease on it there. Okay, so the text you can't really read. Okay. So any of these, we could just go and take a snapshot and then bring it over to Artistly, and you are good to go. Much better, great. Okay. Yeah, we could print out design, buy a mug, and ship it for the price. 100%. Yeah, because some of them they want you to layer it. So say for example, okay, they want you to layer it. There wouldn't be nothing stopping you. We'll remove the background, and we just strip the background, just have it as a PNG. Magnitude. So it's a huge thing. You have to understand that God knows how many servers we've got hidden behind the background. Okay, that is allowing us to able to do this. And obviously between you and I, as you are the artistic family, the servers, they cost a lot of money. We're talking about a lot of money for this kind of ability and speed and quality. And check this out. If I take the original one. And there we have our display model. We are good to go. You can see that there. Okay. We've got our model, and if I want, I can actually, if I wanted to, if I want to put a bit of graffiti in the back, we can replace the background as well. But you have a beautiful looking thing. Okay. Bit of mug. So yes, that's something we will cover next week. So this could be a full time for print on demand, a huge thing, 100%. Okay. Somebody did ask. Okay, we have a now great design. How can we not extract design for print now? Okay. Okay, there'll be some third-party apps. I think we'll cover this next week, especially how you can then go to third-party apps and you can use it as merchandise. But I can't say too much, but there will be some stuff coming up that will be more specific to everybody's needs. Anyone thinking if you don't have Artistly, don't like again, this is all about training, but you can get the plan over at artistly.ai/go. Okay, for anyone considering. Looking much better than the original. So check this out now. This is the mug, but with a bit of graffiti. Okay, so the mug has become a piece. This is artwork now. This is artwork in the making. Okay. So, this is all right. This is a really good question somebody asked. So, imagine you create the design, right? The key thing here now is it's not the bug, it's the design that you want. So, ideally, find any design that you want, right? And then you can create using a mirror magic. Okay. Once you have that design, you can create the design within Artistly, and then when you go to a third-party site that creates the mug, etc., you have that graphic. That graphic is what gets used that you can upload in a high resolution image, right? That will then be laid around the mug. So that's the way you should look at it. Okay, so I guess we'll just do a couple of more questions and then we'll conclude, okay? Because I know it's going to go over and then everyone gets very tired. But can we use Artistly affiliate link to sell and profit from? So that's a great question, Bruce. And the answer is yes, you can. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Yes, if you come over to the review section here, there will be the ability when you go and send, okay, Artistly affiliate program, okay? There is an affiliate program for this. And ideally, if you go to Artistly, let me show you how this will look. Artistly.ai/affiliates. Again, if you want, you can actually use it for this also. So you'll get up to 40% commissions on every sale. You probably know the gist of it. 2 steps: create a free Pay Kickstart affiliate account, and you'll see a whole host of different apps also within the umbrella from Paul and Sid. And then you can apply for your affiliate link and you are good to go. And remember, when it comes to graphics, you've got Artistly at your disposal if you want to create a variety of different graphics. I mean, you could use these essentially and recreate things and make your own placement, demonstrate the power of it. So I'll put the link up there. So yes, affiliate program, artistly.ai/affiliate. So everything will be on the site as well when it comes to pricing for those that are considering it. But remember the key steps. I know it sounds simple, but please do remember it is that simple. It just takes a few steps. I mean, we could go to places like Gumtree, Craigslist. We can find local business owners, independent contractor, self-employed people. We can find those local businesses. We can go to those local businesses. We can contact them by phone, email. We can make contact with them using a whole variety of methods, because the more people you contact, it'll give you increased likeliness that you will have that engagement and you will have those conversions. That's the way you have to look at it. But if you give up on the first hurdle that somebody says no, then yeah, it's going to be a bit of a problem, because then things won't happen. Okay. Yes, Reed was asking about calendars, that even though there's no inbuilt calendar system, you can generate calendar designs using the advanced AI image designer. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question there, Reed. Hopefully you're fine. So everybody, first of all, for those that are, season greetings, for those that are celebrating next week, Hope you have a lovely month of December. So just as a reminder, next week, okay, next week, the session will not be the Wednesday, it will be the 27th, that being the Friday. However, it will be at the same time, being 1 p.m. Oh, sorry. Yes, 1 p.m. Okay, the same today, but the date will be the 27th. Subsequently, from next Friday, the two next sessions will be back to back on Fridays. Okay, 2 Fridays for the next sessions. Everything will be moved around. Why? Because next week is the 25th. Everyone's going to be off, and then the following Wednesday as well after that, because it's the first of, well, it's the New Year's Day, isn't it? So people will ideally be off. So the best thing, we've tried to cater for every single one of you, instead of just canceling them. We don't want to do anything like that. We want to make sure that you get the sessions. Um, if we have to go above and beyond, that's what we're here for. Okay, so the 27th and the 3rd. Okay, so it'll be the 27th of December being the Friday, and then it'll be the 3rd of January being an additional Friday, and then from that, subsequently, we will revert back to the general setup of being Wednesdays. Okay, so just think of it like this: for the next two sessions, they'll both be on a Friday. That's it. That's it. Okay, so we're hoping here from the team, everybody here, that we, wish you a season's greetings. We're expecting from every single one of you to be sending us presents to us. No, I'm just joking. You don't have to send presents. But one thing we would love, right? If you want to send us a present, then I would love for you just to go over to Artily. Okay, the link is on the screen. And if you want to give a present, yeah, drop a review. That would be absolutely amazing. Another thing you could do, you could subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up and let us know. Let us know right now in the chat box. Have you enjoyed today's session? Did you find it valuable? Please don't break my heart. Just be nice. Don't be, what's it, a Grinch? And don't break my heart during this time of giving, as they say. So that's the key thing. Has everybody enjoyed today's session? Let us know in the chat box. I know Yesh ain't here right now, but he's got to leave. He's got to look after his 10 cats that he has. But yeah, the key thing is thank you for every single one of you that has attended. It's very scary how quick time goes, and I think we'll probably touch on this next week, because being the 25th or the 27th. But this is the time now. This is your time now. I seriously, really urge you, get ahead before New Year starts. Don't be somebody. I know life gets in the way. That's fine, but just try to take some actionable steps before 2025 kicks in, so at least you're ahead of everybody that comes up with a brand new New Year's resolution. Okay, that's the key thing. Okay, that's the key thing. So apart from that, everyone, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for every single one of you that has attended today. This recording will be made available if you go to Artily tutorial section, and also within the next 12 to 24 hours, probably sooner than that, you'll have the resource also available to you that will have a breakdown of everything that we mentioned today. So thank you every single one: Monica, Christina, Unique, Business Videos, Leslie, AI for Network, Boysby, Reed, Ulrich, Dan, Janico, Monica. I'm trying to say everybody if I can. I don't want to miss anyone out and get in trouble. Bruce, we've got Sarah. So yeah, I mean, there's only that. I just want to say thank you to every single one of you. But yes, everybody, apart from that, then we shall conclude. Remember, you can access this recording once it's back up, but there's so much you can do with this. Just try to hone your focus onto one aspect, and then you can build from it. Okay, so hopefully you had a great enjoyable session today where we covered creating AI designs with this ad mockups, logos, and how a very fast track method of finding clients right now. And remember, it's a free method. We're not paying for ads. We're not paying people to go run around doing it for us. Yes, it is going to take your time, but you can imagine when you get a few clients and then you'll start generating revenue, then we can look at scaling things up. Okay, but it's just about getting the ball rolling. I think that's key right now. Okay. Okay, so again, on behalf of Paul as well, appreciate you joining us today live session. Stay tuned for more live training sessions and enjoy creating with Artily. So everybody, apart from that, thank you very much. Take care, and we shall reconnect next week. Okay, so like we says, if you can make one sale, you can make 1,000. Okay, so remember, it's all about you. It's about what you want, and you do have the ability to do so. I don't think I need to tell you that. Just take action as hard as it may be, especially if you've got stuff going on in your life right now. That's what this community is here for. That's why we do these sessions. We are here to be side by side with you. That's why we don't get on these sessions and try to just give you a quick session and then try to sell you some elaborate scheme or anything like that. So this is pure content that we try to deliver to you. Okay, this is about you, putting you first. I know it's probably a little bit different from everybody else, but hey, that's what we're here for, and that's why that's why we work so well together with every single one of you. Okay, so apart from that, everyone, take care, good night, and God bless.